Pacific Nations Cup title.
God sets apart when he chooses for a purpose, and you hear the call. And when he commissions you before you. Do not be discouraged. Therefore, when you face hardship in your journey, when fear sets in and doubt, remember
Sosoratu.
Fijians. And when he commissions you to go, he also states, be strong and courageous. Do not...
To the Chief Executive Officer of the Fiji Rugby Union, Mr. John O'Connor, Kemni, to Ret'd, the Good Reverend Raki Tinrea, the head coach, Mr. John McKee, the team manager, Mr. Willie Malambuli, the players and members of the Flying Fijians team, officials, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Nisambulo Nakan, a very good afternoon to you all. Now at the outset, I wish to acknowledge and thank the Good Reverend for the few words of spiritual guidance and a prayer as we gather to farewell you, members of the Flying Fijian team who will be leaving our shores very shortly. And not only that, you'll be competing a very important match this weekend. Thank you very much for the short sermon and the prayers. Gentlemen, it's always an honor and pleasure to welcome all of Fiji's national sporting teams to the State House to present your traditional i-Tatau before you depart our shores, with the hope of stamping our beloved nation's name into the annals of sports history as world champions. Now, on that note, I welcome the presentation of your traditional i-Tatau in the manner and spirit in which I've always welcomed those who come before you depart our shores. Now, on behalf of my wife, Sarah, and the government, and all Fijians, it is such a pleasure to welcome you all, and I wish to convey the nation's congratulations to each and every one of you for making the cut and being selected in the Flying Fijians national team. I'm often reminded of the biblical phrase, and again this morning, by the Good Reverend, that many are called, but only a few are chosen, as you've heard. And you're the chosen ones of the many who have vied for sport to represent our country to the 2019 Pacific Nations Cup title competition, and then the forthcoming Rugby World Cup Championships in Japan later on in the year. And to each and every one of you, our 42 players and 15 officials, I would like to, on behalf of our rugby passionate and loving nation, commend and congratulate you on being selected into the team. Again, well done and congratulations. I know and understand that being selected to represent our beloved nation in any international sporting competition has always been very challenging indeed, because you will be expected to perform to the best of your abilities, as you all know, not only by your friends, by your coaches, your colleagues, families, and a rugby-mad Fijian community here at home, together with the members of our wider global diaspora communities who always follow our Fijian teams, no matter where they are or where they're playing. I'm also informed that your game this weekend against the Marvel Blacks launches your build-up to the Rugby World Cup in Japan. Being the 9th place team in the world, I encourage you to give it all, your all, and continue to do yourselves, your families, and your country proud with your performance. And as I had reminded our young athletes and sports ambassadors to the City Games about 2 weeks ago before they departed for up here, I want you to know that you're not alone in your efforts to do well in sports for yourselves, your families, and our nation. Please be assured that our good wishes and prayers go with you. Now, please allow me at this juncture to give you some fatherly advice. To the players, I'd like to remind you to remain focused, listen to your coaches, play as a team, and look after one another. Be great ambassadors on and off the field, and always display good sportsmanship by accepting victory with humility and defeat graciously. I'm sure you've heard this before. Just a fatherly advice and reminder. I would like to commend and thank your coaches again and team officials who have worked equally hard in preparing you for the mammoth task ahead. And thank you all, Nawaleo. It would be remiss of me, but I will also acknowledge and thank your families, your friends, corporate sponsors. And there's a few here: Fiji Airways, Vodafone, CJ Patel, Swai Shipping Companies, Motors, ISC, Fiji Water, Coca-Cola, Paradise Beers, Tampool, BLK, Communications Fiji, Victoria Wines, Oceanic, Communications Fiji Sun, Communications Fiji Limited, and Fiji Broadcasting Corporation. And I hope I haven't left anyone, or at least John. In conclusion, I would like to remind you of my other responsibility as our beloved nation's chief advocate and champion in our national endeavors to combat the present real and clear threat of the prevalence of NCD-related ailments. We're losing too many of our people through hypertension and diabetes, sadly. Please remain fit and well by maintaining a healthy lifestyle, by eating well and exercising daily. You're fitter than the average person. I hope that you maintain that. Now, for your information, our government has spent more than $400 million annually in looking after the sick people. Money that could be better spent in improving our sporting facilities and sending more people like you to represent our country. And by the end of the day, we want Fiji to continue to turn out fit young people like you, well-trained and motivated Fijians in the years to come. I therefore accept your i-Tatau on behalf of the nation and have great pleasure in conveying to you our collective best wishes. By all means, enjoy yourselves and have a very successful tour. May God bless you all, your respective families, in our beloved nation. Nawaleu, thank you.
Go. Just GPH, eh? GPH. Graças a Deus.